back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric, along with Trent Haston from the Roby family of companies. We are your hosts. Trent's computer has mail.
Wow, Trent is on point.
You've got mail.
Working. Man, I got like 7 devices running right now.
Well, you know me. I hear a bing, and I got to jump to it and look after it. So that's what I just heard. Well, Trent, we're joined by a very special young lady in the studio.
Yes.
Nicole Goolsby from Andrew Roby, RDU, Raleigh Triangle. I was going to get Triad and Triangle. I want to say Triad. I don't know. I'm not very smart, Nicole. In the studio to talk about Andrew Roby, Raleigh, and all the things that she has going on. Nicole, welcome.
Thank you. Nice to be back.
Glad to have you.
Second timer.
Glad to have a woman executive in our business. It's great. You are a trailblazer. We talk a little bit about. I talk a little bit about diversity and how diversity needs to be woven into great businesses. But at the same time, you don't need to force diversity. It needs to come natural and it needs to be the right fit. And Nicole, you do a great job. It's been fun having you lead our Raleigh Triangle division and the prospects that are ahead with what you've been doing with I say it, putting your nose down and letting people tickle you, but plowing ahead and working in that market, which is a new major market, I guess you would say, for us, hailing from Charlotte. So how you doing? Welcome back to town.
Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to be back in Charlotte.
It is.
Yeah. And
Nicole's a lake rat. She's resided. Her Charlotte's been up on the north side of town.
I don't think they call them rats up there. I think it's
they're called lake possums. I'm a river rat. I thought everybody had a little rat.
But Nicole's from. I mean, you're from here. You had a business in the lake area, and you have relocated to Raleigh. So I think sort of one of the things we're going to talk about is how we can bridge the gap between Charlotte and Raleigh, and how we can get people to think about Andrew Roby and Raleigh, and not that they are, but this is more of a Charlotte-based audience that we have here on Sunday morning. So let's talk a little bit about that, because I think that you're now working with a very well-known designer from Charlotte.
Yeah, Janine Devaney.
In Raleigh.
Yes, it's awesome. Yeah, we've got that Charlotte-Raleigh connection. She has family there. Her daughter actually is one floor above me, where our office is at St. Mary's and Wade in Raleigh. And yeah, so I've got the privilege. I've heard such wonderful things about her for so long, and now working actually with clients of hers who she originally worked with here in Charlotte. They got transferred. They now live in Cary and have a new to them home, and we are just at the beginning phases of that project, doing a master bath and a garage addition and pantry and laundry room, and so
that's wonderful.
It is.
No, we were talking. We had a lunch and learn this past week, and you came and visited us and joined us in our Charlotte office, lunch and learn, and we were talking about our growth and just reiterating and trying to drive it home with our guys what our business model is and how we're branching off of our original custom residential clients to vertically integrate, do commercial, grow into other markets. And it's really cool that you're now doing a Janine Devaney with Charlotte Environments project in Raleigh. You finished up early when you went up there about a little over a year ago. You finished up a Hal Tribble project. Hal Tribble is one of our favorite architects in town for over 3 decades, maybe even 4 decades. So it's really good to tie these connections together. And then also something I've spoke about, as you grow and build your brand in that area in the Triangle, we'll also be able to utilize your location as a Roby family hub, and hopefully Patrick and the services side can generate more business in the area, and we'll have a platform as well for our commercial growth, we think. And we truly feel that, number one, the RDU, the Triangle market, has really nice older homes like Charlotte has the Myers Park Eastover feel in some neighborhoods you can speak about. But also, I mean, it's a sister city to Charlotte, and it's playing in the big time, so we feel like it's a strategic geographical location for us as a company.
Oh, I mean, it is a fabulous market. There's so much going on with the Research Triangle and with all the schools there, and I think they say that somebody is moving to Raleigh like every 60 minutes or something. I mean,
wow. It's a lot like Charlotte, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot like Charlotte, but don't tell them that.
No, anybody from Raleigh that might have moved from Raleigh to Charlotte, put on the earmuffs right now. But we have to stick together. I mean, we're all part of the same great state. I mean, I know there is some rivalry between Charlotte and Raleigh, but at the end of the day, we're playing on the same team.
Right. Well, and I think that the two areas complement each other. Having lived here in Charlotte for so many years, and then the time that I spent in Raleigh, even before I moved there with Roby, and now living there and making that my home, we're just not that far apart. And I think that's what we're talking about here today, is that Roby in Charlotte and Roby in Raleigh, it is not that far apart. I mean, it's a quick drive. We're connecting people from this area with people from that area. It's a huge advantage that we have this relationship with Charlotte and Raleigh, especially through Andrew Roby.
Well, I mean, also you have so many folks that do business and live in Charlotte or from Charlotte, either got their education at Duke, Chapel Hill, NC State, in the area, and then there's several other schools as well. I mean, it's dense with knowledge and education, and so they have the ties back, and now generationally their kids are going to school, so that they're getting back in the area, looking at oftentimes investment properties for their kids. We can help out with that, and then the professor market, the education market for us up there is really good. I mean,
I would think people that are big Tar Heel fans have game day houses and things of that nature. I know that's really becoming a very popular thing in college towns. At least I know in Clemson it is, where you have somebody that their second home, instead of at the beach or the mountains, is at their alma mater, because they come back for the football games and basketball games. So that's also another way. Charlotte people that are thinking about doing something like that, hit Andrew Roby up. They can help you, and Nicole can help you in that market.
Alma mater. Like Chuck Amato. Oh, he's a Wolfpack. I'm sorry. I thought we were just talking.
Wolfpack. That's all right. I have one Wolfpack son, and I've got one Chapel Hill daughter.
Y'all just keep
and
losing
they're both in Raleigh.
Left and right. So I don't know who's nicer up in the area, Duke, Chapel Hill, or Wolfpack?
Who's nicer?
Yeah, you better say Baby Blue. You
she
had
isn't
better.
Saying that, and it's alma mater, right? With an R. I think we were saying Amato, like Chuck Amato.
Yeah, I was making fun of how you said it.
I didn't throw an R on the end.
You were trying to give the RDU tinge to alma mater.
Gotcha. So who's the fan favorite, Nicole? You got to be political here. NC State,
I got to tell
Chapel Hill?
We wear a lot of red in my Andrew Roby office in the Triangle. We are really a Wolfpack office.
Oh, I thought the red was for Roby.
It is, but it's for Roby, it's for the Wolfpack, and it's for the Hurricanes.
So do you know how our red became our color? Have you ever heard this story?
I have not heard this story.
Have I told this story on the radio 18
I think it's
times?
worth telling again.
So we didn't have that many vehicles in the 80s and 90s, but growing up, my dad's truck, my granddad's truck, and our dump truck was two-tone Carolina blue and royal blue. Chevy and Ford both had that in their pickup trucks. It was like had a strip of Carolina blue, I think, had a little darker at the top and bottom. And that was a beautiful truck, and just had a sticker that said Andrew Roby. I think it was in red and blue. On it had our phone number. And then in 1996, the new F-150 body style came out. I think I was a senior in high school, and my dad went to get a new truck. And the body style was so awesome on the F-150, but they only made it. They didn't make it. They discontinued that two-tone blue. And my dad, being the fast genius businessman, thinker, branding connoisseur he was, he said, well, heck with that. Just give me a red one. They'll never change it from red. And then the Roby Red was created. And it's funny, people think we've been red since 1950. But that's why we became red. So every truck we bought after that was red. And the legend continues, or the little
and those
story.
red trucks, They do a lot for us. Since I've been here this week, I've gotten many comments from my friends that I've reconnected with on, I see your trucks everywhere. I see your trucks everywhere, because I'm driving a red truck. But even in Raleigh, they're really starting to see our trucks and see our signs, and people are learning that Andrew Roby's in Raleigh, and they're figuring out who we are, with the help of House and our fabulous website. People see this big red truck, they're like, who's that? They Google us, and it's making the phones ring.
Well, all right, will you stick around for another segment?
Okay.
Google us. We'll be right back.